Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance and editor for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right, I'm about to go into what we were shipping out today on Wednesday. So yeah, it's been kind of like sales are going down again, but I guess like we had like 4 or 5 really good days. So like people have to recover from money, so it doesn't stress me out as much. And there's still some kind of like cool stuff. It looks like stocking stuffers for people, honestly. All right, so the first thing is the widescreen edition of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is just a movie that a lot of people like. I did technically watch it for like the first time like 7 or 8 years ago. I thought it was okay. I wasn't like super nostalgic for it. You know, it wasn't one that I like had grown up and watched. But yeah, it was still pretty good, and I know people really love this movie. So it sold for $7.19. We get a lot of cheap DVDs. Usually I try not to get like popular DVDs because then a lot of people own them and they're usually lower price on eBay. All right, next up is going to be a like kind of like more unique board game, Continuo. I've never heard this one. The one rule game for all the family right here. So I always pick up these weird, unique like board games. This looks like a puzzle family game. It looks like, honestly, like a lot of fun. This is something that if I had infinite time, I would give it a shot. I would play most board games, but this one looks like a cool little fun puzzle game. This sold for $9.45. So nothing too crazy, but I do like to pick up anything that looks weird like that because sometimes it can go for more if there's not enough of them on eBay. All right, next up we have also like another board game thing. Like I said, it seems like little stocking stuffers for people, little extras. These are board game pieces. You probably can't see them. They're a bunch of plastic dollar signs and 2 dice. These are from the Parker Brothers Chance board game. I've never played that one. I just happen to look it up when I get the board game bits and pieces. I obviously like look them up. And this one sold for $7.99, which is pretty good because like usually those like bigger board games, just like the boxes are the old rectangular shape. They're not like these square boxes now, which are better for shipping. So yeah, it's probably, they could probably get the full game for probably double that price, but they probably didn't want a whole new game. They probably just had their pieces wrecked. So they just want to replace their pieces. They don't need more like another board or another box. So yeah, it's pretty cool to get like a good amount for little pieces like that. All right, next up is something that I did get at auction. These are a lot of 8 hostage negotiator Kickstarter like meeples. So these are all the different negotiators or the criminals that you're talking with on the phone in this board game. This is a pretty modern board game. I think it's by Van Ryder Games. So yeah, they just these are all the people that you're trying to basically save a bunch of people from. So yeah, these are the criminals. Yeah, I mean, it's so tiny they won't be able to see it. Like they just won't, even if I cover my face. These sold for $11.19. So I remember at auction, I got the base game, a lot of expansions, and then like these happen to be in the base game. Like it wasn't even mentioned in the auction. I forget how much I paid for it, but it wasn't too much for like a full game, a bunch of expansions and extras. $11.19 is pretty good. All right, moving along, we have like an RPG book. This is Adventure Creators and Solo GM Guidebook right here. I don't know anything about this, but it's a deluxe edition. It looks unique. I always grab these RPG books when they look different and stand out to me. It has like kind of like a fake vintage cartoony look to it. I don't know, kind of looks like He-Man-ish or something. Like this is not He-Man. I'm just saying like the art style kind of looks like that. This sold for $15.12. I think I actually have another one of those listed, so it's pretty cool that one sold, and I have another one too ready to go. All right, next up is a cool little ornament. So yeah, so this is funny. Like this is which one? Oh, take it out of the bag. I don't know if I can. I like wrapped it. Oh, I guess I can. All right, yeah, this little Rat King. Yeah, honestly, back in the day before I started bagging stuff, Netta just like bought a bunch of these for like a candle project she was working on, and then I just started putting items in them, and then I eventually transferred over to like actual little like food baggies. So that's why it's in that like weird bag. It's just to make sure like dust and stuff doesn't get on it. But yeah, this right here is going to be a little like mouse Rat King ornament right here. I don't know, he's like paper mache or something like that. So yeah, he's pretty cool. He sold for $10.86. So yeah, someone's obviously going to put that on their Christmas tree, or it's like a little gift for someone. It is a cool, unique one. I saw them and I liked them. All right, moving along, we have a Marvel HeroClix Beyonder. This is a super rare, or maybe a chase, and I think he also might be a prime. So in general, I do get a lot of like cheaper commons to uncommons of HeroClix. I make lots for them. I do know which ones, like the different rarities. It's gonna be like the little color over here and the symbol on the base, which will show if it's like rare, super rare, or chase. And I do know to look those up. This one does not have its card, but this sold for $7.65, which is a lot better because like normally the big bulk lots of HeroClix commons and uncommons I've been getting like 10, 15, or 20 for like a bunch. So yeah, I do know to look up the individuals. I did play from 2011 to 2013, specifically a couple years. I was big into HeroClix. All right, next up is a stocking. This is going to be obviously for Christmas. This is going to be an angel right here. It's like someone like embroidered it or did some like cross stitching or whatever the actual format is called. It looks pretty cool. I don't know where we got this at. Probably at an estate sale. This is like, it looks like something you can find at an estate sale, or at least like for us. This sold for $11, which is pretty good. And then last up is a little vintage Virgin Mary figure. People like this kind of stuff. I always find these things on estate sale, like desks and drawers. I'll grab them, especially if they look like they're good quality. This one's just like a little plastic one. Someone's probably just going to put it on their desk. This sold for $6, so nothing too crazy, but like you get little bits and pieces like this cheap at estate sales. Yeah, and they're easy to find in desk. You don't have to grab them all, just grab the ones that look interesting. We've done pretty well with the Virgin Mary stuff like that. All right, yeah, that's everything. So there's nothing too chunky here, so that's probably why the sales are a lot lower, but the number of items is 9, so which is like pretty good for us. I like to sell like 10 items a day. Obviously more is better. At one point last year, our average went from like 10 to like 14 per day, which is pretty good, but it's gone back down to like 10, 9, stuff like that. All right, so yeah, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help support us, take a look at the shop down below. Have a good week.